Welcome, lovers of dark stories and mysterious legends, to another video from the Secret Channel. Today we will step into the world of the supernatural and explore some of the most terrifying and intriguing figures in history. Witches. Who are witches? Do they really exist? Are there any real cases of witches? From powerful sorceresses to supernatural entities, these figures have haunted the human mind for centuries. So grab your brooms and get ready to discover the darkest side of the magical world of witches. Let's start with number 5. Morgana Le Fay. Morgana Le Fay, or the Fairy Morgana, lived during the time of King Arthur. According to some legends, she was Arthur's half-sister, sharing the same mother, but her father was the powerful wizard Merlin. Her magical abilities are often portrayed as healing, transformation, controlling dark entities, and prophecy. Driven by dark ambitions, Morgana sought not only to usurp Arthur's throne, but also to establish her own shadowy reign over Camelot, with her son Mordred as the heir of evil. Under the guidance of her aunt Viviane, a powerful sorceress known as the Lady of the Lake, Morgana was initiated into dark secrets on the Isle of Avalon. There, she was trained in the arts of black magic and profane enchantments, forging a sinister pact that would transform her into the feared Lady of the Lake. One night, during a macabre ritual, Morgana conceived a child with Arthur. The child, baptized as Guidon, later adopted the name Mordred upon entering Arthur's court, revealing his true, sinister nature and becoming an instrument in Morgana's plot to destroy Camelot. Mordred, as Arthur's enemy, engaged in a bloody and tragic duel with his father for the right to be king. After a long battle, both suffered fatal wounds inflicted upon each other. Mordred fell dead to the ground. In a final act of despair and revenge, Morgana guided Arthur to the mystical Isle of Avalon, a place where the boundaries between life and death are thin. However, upon reaching the shores of the sacred island, Arthur met his final fate and took his last breath. His soul was finally imprisoned by the shadows Morgana had woven around him. The legendary sword Excalibur, a symbol of power and justice, was cast into the murky waters of the lake, a dark testimony to the conspiracies and tragedies that marked Arthur's reign and the sinister rise of Morgana Le Fay as one of history's most feared witches. Yuki Onna, the Snow Woman. On a dark and freezing night, shrouded by a never-before-seen blizzard, the sinister figure of Yuki Onna emerges from the icy mist to haunt the hearts of lost travelers in Japan's remote mountains. Yuki Onna, or the Snow Woman, is a supernatural entity that embodies the freezing beauty and merciless cruelty of winter. On stormy nights, she hides among the frozen trees, waiting for her helpless victims. With her hypnotic voice, she lures the unsuspecting into the White Tempest, where she embraces them in her deadly, icy grasp and consumes them with her freezing breath. Dark tales about Yuki Onna speak of her macabre appearances, where her icy beauty contrasts with her ruthless cruelty. She is described as a heartless creature, a lost soul wandering between the world of the living and the dead, seeking revenge or simply feeding on the life force of the naive. Her chilling presence remains a warning to lone travelers. Beware of snowy nights, for the Snow Woman may be lurking, ready to drag your soul into the frozen abyss. Hulda, the Witch of the Dark Cabin. In the darkness of the Nordic forests, where the wind whispers ancient secrets and tree branches twist like hands thirsty for prey, dwells Hulda, the witch feared by the brave souls who dare enter her dark domain. Hulda is a figure whose origins are lost in the shadows of a distant past. It is said that she was once a respected healer, possessing ancient knowledge of herbs and potions. However, her pursuit of power led her down a sinister path, plunging her into the forbidden arts of dark magic. Her home is a hidden cabin deep within the forest, where darkness reigns eternally, and creatures of the night gather at her call. Legends say that Hulda's cabin is protected by powerful enchantments that make it invisible to mortal eyes, except for those she invites into her domain. Those who dare to cross the threshold of Hulda's cabin are met with a heavy, oppressive atmosphere, filled with ghostly and eerie whispers. The brave who seek her services must endure cruel tests and macabre challenges, for Hulda demands proof of loyalty and devotion before granting her favors. But there is a terrible price for those who become Hulda's accomplices. Their souls are forever marked by the witch's seal, condemned to wander the shadows after death, serving her in a realm of eternal torment and darkness. Tales of Hulda spread like wildfire, instilling fear and fascination in those who know her name. She is the embodiment of corrupted power, the witch who seduces with promises of forbidden knowledge and cursed blessings. So be warned, the next time you enter a forest, it may be your last. Yara, the Amazonian mermaid. Amid the mysterious waters of the rivers and lakes of the Amazon rainforest dwells a supernatural entity known as Yara. Her beauty is as hypnotic as it is dangerous, for she is a mythical mermaid who lures the unsuspecting with her melodious song into the depths where her true sinister form is revealed. Yara is described as a woman with tanned skin, black hair as dark as the night, and eyes that shine like stars reflected on the water. Her voice is like an enchanting melody that echoes along the riverbanks, calling the unsuspecting into her underwater realm, where life and death intertwine in a seductive and deadly embrace. Legends tell that Yara often appears on nights of a full moon when the forest transforms into a stage of magic and mystery. Under the silver glow of the moon, she rises from the waters with grace and elegance, wrapped in an aura of enchantment and danger. Those who succumb to her call are dragged into the depths, where Yara reveals her true form, a being of terrifying beauty with sharp fangs and deadly claws. It is said that Yara feeds on the souls of those she seduces, imprisoning them forever in her domain, as submissive servants of her will. Those who survive her embrace are left forever marked, haunted by the echoes of her enchanting melody and the terrifying memories of their near-death experience. They wander the land alive, but their minds remain disturbed and scarred forever. So, traveler, beware of the mysterious songs that echo over the waters at night, for Yara's beauty hides an unspeakable terror. And once you're ensnared by her charm, there may be no return from the dark depths of her realm. Baba Yaga, deep within the dense forests of Russia, where darkness is endless and silence is broken only by the whispering wind among the trees, there stands a sinister cabin that moves on chicken legs. No one knows exactly how this cabin came to be, but everyone in the region knows who inhabits it: Baba Yaga, the most feared witch of all. Baba Yaga is a terrifying figure, described in stories as an old hag with glowing eyes like burning embers and sharp nails like a predator's claws. Her tangled gray hair writhes like serpents as she moves through the forest. Those unfortunate enough to knock on her door are met with horrifying challenges, and failure often leads to death. But Baba Yaga is not just a devourer of souls. She is also a keeper of forbidden knowledge. Those who gain her favor receive powerful secrets, but at a high cost that often leads to ruin. Seeing these 5 witches, we are reminded of the ancient terrors that inhabit these legends. There is a duality in each of these stories, between pleasure, forbidden knowledge, and mortal danger. So, keep your eyes open when entering the forest, for that is where the supernatural happens. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave in the comments what you think of this topic. I'll see you in the next video, here on The Secret Channel.